Hi folks, I'm Doug at Dizzy Lizzie's, and this is a generator that come in. The customer's saying when he's using 110 volt, it seemed like the power was dropping off after it warmed up for a little bit. So I got it in and I did a few checks, checked the resistance here and bits and pieces down there, and then I fired it up, checked the voltage on it, and it showed on the gauge here 140 volts. So I thought, well, it's putting out too much power, so I connected up this. Now what that is an 110 volt socket with the back taken off, and my two power terminals that come off my voltmeter are connected into it. What does that do? Well, it saves me having to start it up and then try and hold two probes in position while it's running with 110 volt. Doing it this way, I can then start it up and all I've got to do is look at the meter. So anyway, one thing I want to say about it is it had 140 volts on there. When I put the voltmeter on it, it was putting out over 200 volts. So no wonder his 110 volt stuff was suffering, because it was being overpowered, not underpowered. Yeah, it is. So anyway, what I'm basically saying is, don't trust your voltage there, because that could be completely wrong. Now, I swapped it over. You had a couple of them, and this was the one that come out, and it looks pretty good. It's nice and clean. It looks as though it's done any work. And yes, you can adjust them. There's a little screw there, and you turn it, depending which system it is, anti-clockwise or clockwise, and it will change the voltage. If it's one way or the other, it'll either raise it or drop it down. I can't quite remember which one it was. But I put another voltmeter in here, another AVR. That's what they are. And the voltage was a little bit high, so I adjusted it down to 116 volts. But this other one here had come in here. You can see that that's been glued over there, and that runs at 116 volts on a 110 volt system. Also, one of the things I looked at while I was checking through here was these are brushes. Now, when I undone the bolt this side here, instead of them springing up, they just stayed in place. So I suspected that what it could have been originally was that the brushes there weren't making contact. But when I looked at the stator inside, yes, they are rubbing against it. So anyway, let me demonstrate what I was saying about the voltage being wrong on the meter compared to actually testing it on my meter reader. Right, what I'm going to do now is, there's my voltmeter, which is connected up to the 110 volt socket, and once I've shown you what it's putting out, I'll zoom in on that and you'll show that it isn't 116 volts being shown up on that. So anyway, let's turn it on, bit of choke. So you can see that gauge is 30 volts out, and when I originally started it up, it was showing 140 volts. So you can see what I mean. The AVR was definitely not working and is broken. Now, I showed you that's how I've checked the voltage on here, because I have got a voltmeter that you plug in. Okay, this is a slightly different one. It doesn't show me the hertz, it does show me the voltage. But that meant I'd have to rig up a power socket to a lead to a 3-pin plug to check it out. Whereas doing it with this, it's much easier. The only problem I can't do is check hertz. So maybe if I start working on more generators, I should insist on getting one of them to make sure it's got the proper power output. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful, making that up, checking that your voltmeter that you show on your gauge is not inaccurate, and I say, if you liked it, please hit the like, and if you find it even better, hit the subscribe button. So anyway, considering this is my 100th video, I hope to be making some more this year, and I hope you like it. Take care folks, and see you next video. Bye.